Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy 2022. Happy New Year to everyone out there. My name is Michael Tharp. You can find me at michaeltharpedu.com. I've had a lot of time the last year since being retired to really think about what it is that I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to help. And what has really occurred to me is I just want to start leaving my legacy. I want to start teaching and communicating truths that I have found that have helped me and that I want to make sure can help my children when I'm no longer here, and to help as many people as possible while I am here. So if you guys are just checking in, let me know that you're watching. Give me a comment. What's up, Haley? All the way from Australia watching. Jordan, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. So guys, what I want to do today is I was talking with a friend last night who was going through a bunch of stuff, very, very big trials in his life. And I was like, thinking back to when I went through a bunch of stuff. What is it that really helped change me, right? What is it that big realization I came to that helped me turn the corner? And before I tell you what that is, I want to set the scene, okay? I want you guys to think about what is it that this world, culture, media, society tells you. They tell you blame other people, right? Why can't you get ahead? It's the rich people. Why isn't there justice? It's because of color or sex or whatever, politically correct term they want to use to try to divide us. How do they keep people separated and divided, right? Either blame Republicans or blame Democrats or blame foreigners or blame certain religions, whatever it is. So constantly all day long, you are told it's not your fault. It's because of somebody else. And now why are they doing this? Because if you believe you're in the situation you are because of somebody else or something about you, then you are now a slave. Because once you say, I can't get ahead because of somebody else, you are rendering yourself powerless. And that's exactly what they want, because then you're more easily manipulated. So the big theme, the big thing that completely changed my life, okay, was once I realized everything is my fault. And I don't mean, I mean this 100%, okay? You have to take full ownership of it. And I'll even say some extremes, okay? Let's just say you're in a relationship. Let's say you're married and that person cheats on you. It is your fault. The faster that you take that in and accept it, the better off you will be. Now, I'm not saying they didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying they're not going to have consequences for their actions. But you at some point made a decision to be with that person, to take certain actions that might have led them to that situation. There's obviously bad people who do bad things, but at some point you chose to intertwine your life with that person. So it is 100% your fault that happened. And as I was talking with him, I said, that is when I came to that realization, because you can nitpick, right? People always want to try to blame people. They'll reconstruct different images of events that happen. Sometimes they'll just outright lie because they don't want to take responsibility for their own actions. And I'm using that extreme example on purpose because obviously it's very easy if somebody cheats on you to blame them. They made a specific action that's hurting you and hurting their relationship. But the point is, you have got to look past that and bigger picture, that at some point you chose this person. You chose a cheater. Good or bad, maybe they're an okay person, but that's just one example. When it comes to finances, of course, everyone starts from a different position, right? You can say, well, I grew up, I was a certain color, a certain sex, certain sexual orientation in this part of town. My parents were horrible. They weren't around. They died, whatever it was. I had all these bad influences, okay? People start from different vantage points. There's no doubt about that. Some people are going to get wealthy a lot easier. Some people are going to have to struggle. But if you want to get out from where you're at, the first thing to acknowledge is everything is your fault. Once you do that, you take away anyone else's power to control you. They can no longer try to keep you submissive or a slave because you realize that you control everything. So to me, that was one of the biggest steps I had to take to get out of the situation where I was to where I am now. And Colby makes a good point here, just to kind of summarize what I'm saying is, when you take full responsibility of your life, it empowers you. Exactly. I couldn't agree anymore. That's the whole reason why I'm talking about this. And I want to make sure my children understand that. Okay. Because what do children do? It's always their fault, right? When kids are picking on each other or they're not getting along, they always want to blame the other person. And that is what they have been taught by society, by our culture, or whatever it is. And then as people grow up, they continue to do that. Okay. You hate your job. You want to blame your boss. You want to blame different customers, your pay, salary, whatever it is. Okay. You chose that job. You made decisions your entire life that led you to that job. And if you don't love your life, then change it right now. Nothing is stopping you. But every time I try to have this conversation with people, they want to continue to bring up excuses. Well, I can't change now because of this, or I have this debt, or Joe Biden's president, or Donald Trump's president, or I live in a poor area, or my house or my car always breaks down. It is 100% your fault. I'm not here to try to make you feel bad. I'm here to free your mind so that the people who want to control you, do you think the powers that be want you to be wealthy and free and comfortable and have time to even have these thoughts? I didn't have time to think about these things when I was working 50, 60 hours a week school teaching and trying to do everything else in my life. It's not until you become free that you even have time to think about these things. And you have to typically go through a big struggle to come to these realizations, because it's so much easier to blame other people. So much easier. And we all know this. It makes you feel good inside. It's not me. It's not my fault. It's them. It's them over there that put me in this situation. And as long as you are saying that, you are not going to go to the next level. You're not going to live a better life. You're not going to become free. And you're not going to be able to do what it is that you want to do. So I don't want these to run too long. We've been going about 7 minutes now. This is what I'm passionate about, guys, is helping people take control of their life. And a lot of times people will come to me and they'll be like, Michael, how did you retire at 40? Like, what cryptos are you in? How are you doing all this? And we can have those conversations, guys, but that's not what it's about. Okay. I had to go through lots of pain and struggle and trials to get my mindset to where I was ready to go to the next level. And that's why I posted today. You have to embrace pain, struggles, and the more of it is, the happier you got to get. And, basically I was quoting James 1:2, if you want to be real here. So this isn't some new knowledge I'm pulling out, right? This has been in the Bible forever and multiple other spiritual texts. So this has been known for centuries, but our current society that we're in doesn't want us to know this. So my point is, I want to see you guys win. I want to help more people win. And I know people think I'm probably full of it, and they might get sick of me saying it, but it literally all comes down to your mindset, period. One of my friends told me, yeah, I've been working out, doing great, getting up really early in the morning workout. I was like, that's awesome. But what are you doing to work your mind? What are you doing to improve your mind? Are you praying? Are you meditating? Are you doing manifestations? Are you doing affirmations? Again, you got to work out your body, right? Exercise is great. But what are you doing to work on your mental state, on your mindfulness, right? This is the thing that the West just hasn't really embraced. And anyone who kind of does is kind of like shunned or kind of looked as an outsider or a quack or something. I'm just going to keep teaching it. So this is what I want my children to learn. This is what I think will help free anyone, no matter where you're at or whatever situation you are in, is you have got to realize and come to the conclusion, everything is your fault. It is the most empowering, freeing, independent thing you could ever do is say it. Everything is my fault. I have the power to control and change my life whenever I want, and no one can stop me. It's that simple. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow on another live. Thank you guys for all your support. You guys know how the algorithms work. If you appreciate anything I've done, if I've ever helped you, hit that like button, share this out, leave a comment down below. Jordan Strong, appreciate your support, brother. I see you just keep crushing it, changing your life. Proud of you. All right, guys, that is it for today. Lace up. Let's get wealthy. Peace.